Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Save the Homeland, episode 2. In this video we're going to continue on with tutorial. Good morning, Nick! I told you they'd be back. Good morning! They're always back. You're new here, so you have a lot to learn, Nick. We've watched your grandpa, so we know a lot. We're going to teach you. This is where the dog food goes. Grandpa used to feed stray dogs once in a while. If you put food in here, they might come back again. You till the soil with the hoe here. Then you can sow your seeds. After you sow the seeds, you water them with the watering can. You can fill up your watering can at that well. The seeds will sprout if you water them every day. Keep watering and you'll get vegetables. You can bring them to the shop and sell them to make money. This is where you keep chickens. You put the chicken feed in the feed box. If you don't feed your chickens, they'll get sick. Chickens lay eggs. And if you put an egg in the incubator, the egg will hatch, and you'll have a chick. A chick will grow up to be a chicken. Let them out if the weather is nice. Chickens eat and get full if you leave them outside for a while. If the chickens get full outside, you don't need to put food in the feed box for them. This is the pasture. If you cut long grass 3 times with your sickle, you get 1 unit of fodder. You'll need fodder to feed your horses and cows. If you leave them out for a while on a sunny day, they'll just eat the grass. But it's not easy to push a cow out the door. This is where you keep your livestock, like your horses and cows. If you leave the fodder in the boxes, they'll eat it. They'll get sick if you don't feed them. Cows like it when you talk to them and brush them. The cows that you are really good friends with will give you good milk. You can only get milk from big cows. A cow can give birth to a calf if you use a cow miracle potion on her. They're really cute. A cow will become friendly with you faster if you raise her as a calf, but pregnant cows don't give milk. Horses like it too when you talk to them and brush them. If you become friendly with a horse, you'll be able to ride on him. The better buddies you are, the faster he'll run. This is basically how Grandpa was doing his work. At times, you'll need money to live here too. Nick, good luck! Alright, great! Time to get started. Those Harvest Sprites, if you're not aware of their names, are Nick, Knack, and Flack. And like they said, they live behind our home. But we can see them out in the valley, and we can speak to them anytime that we see them. They usually hang out around the goddess pond. So our next step is to go and talk to the villagers. But I don't want to do that yet, because there's really a lot to talk about in this game. There are a lot of differences from the traditional Harvest Moon games. For example, you don't start out with a dog, you don't start out with a horse, There is no shipping box, there is no marriage, things like that. So there is a little bit of getting used to in this game compared to what people may be used to with most Harvest Moon games, which may be something that you want to look out for if you're considering getting this game or playing it. It's sort of like A Wonderful Life. It's sort of condensed down. It's a very small village, very small map, very few villagers, but it is very fun. So your goal in this game is to save the valley from becoming a theme park, and you have 1 year to do this. This game takes place over a 1-year time period. If you run out of time before the year ends, then it's game over. However, if you manage to save the valley before then, you'll be able to do a New Game Plus where you keep all of your animals and money and crops, and you can then work on the other endings that you can unlock to save the valley. There are 9 endings in total, so there's quite a bit of replayability in that sense. You can really strive to get all of the endings. A couple of other things, there are no house upgrades, so that's something else to look out for. There's a lot of absence of different tools. For example, there's no bell, so you can't use the bell to call your animals outside. You're gonna have to push your cow manually. There are no sheep, there are only cows, horses, and chickens. So that's a couple of things to sort of look out for. Rather than going to meet with the villagers first thing, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to speak with the goddess first. Just because we haven't really spoke to her since we got here. We should maybe let her know that we're settling in. However, I've gone the wrong way, so I guess I'll show you guys a little bit of the couple of stores that are in town. There's the tool shop and the flower shop, as well as the other ranch that's in town. This is where you would buy your animals and all of your animal products. And this is Clove Villa. This is an area where Dia, Gina, and Martha live. A lot of the characters in this game are from Magical Melody. So if any of you watched my Magical Melody playthrough, you'll recognize a lot of these characters. Which is sort of fitting, seeing as how Magical Melody was my last playthrough. In this square here, you have the grocery store, which is over here. The camera in this game is a little bit uncooperative. So far we have a flower shop, a grocery store, a tool shop, and a rivaling farm. We also have the carpenters, where we can go to speak about a couple of select upgrades that we are able to get. This is the forest and lake area. There's a cafe here, and a lake where you can go fishing once you get a fishing rod. And up the hill from the lake is the forest where the Harvest Goddess lives. Over here, over here! The Harvest Goddess Lake is here. You should come and talk to the goddess whenever you're feeling lost or have a problem. So, we're gonna tell you how to summon the goddess. You have to offer something that you have, like flowers or berries. Use the X button to pick up or throw things. What can I do for you? Hello, goddess. Oh, Nick, have you come up with a good idea? Please cooperate with the people and save this town. To make friends with the people, just be assertive and talk to them. Giving gifts are good too. On a side note, I like vegetables. Good luck! Everyone has to work together. So, if you run into a problem, come by whenever. Actually, during the day is a better time for me. Toodles! We're leaving too. Bye-bye! Alright, so a couple of additional things about the goddess pond that the goddess failed to tell you is that she will not speak to you on rainy days, so don't bother wasting your item by throwing it into the pond because she'll refuse to talk to you. And if you come to her after 5 p.m., she also won't do anything for you. If you throw something into the lake normally, she'll increase your affection with your horse, your dog, or one of the girls in town. So she can grant wishes, and she does do a couple of helpful things, but she's not incredibly helpful or as important as she was in some versions of Harvest Moon. Anyways, the day doesn't last long, it's already getting dark, so I should head back. And in the next couple of videos, we will be going around and meeting all of the townsfolk, and I will go more into depth about all of these areas. The reason I didn't, obviously, was because I knew I really didn't have a whole lot of time. But there are a lot less villagers to meet than in some previous games, so it's a little bit easier if you're not all that good with Harvest Moon, or you're not comfortable with all of the really crazy aspects of it. And it's going to be pretty easy for us to micromanage our relationships and to get started on one of those event paths that we need to do in order to save the valley. I think what I'll do is I will sleep, rest up, and we will start fresh in the morning. We'll go meet our neighbors and explore the valley a little bit more. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.